All right, so marathon update of the week is I've gotten back into it. I've gotten back into running and into going back to my gym after taking a week off. And I just got out of my gym class right now and I feel like crying because my gym coaches have been so supportive, but they've been shouting me out in classes and being like, is anyone running the marathon? I know Jacy's running the half, like let's go cheer her on kind of thing. And so there are like new members coming up and like, you know, supporting me, offering me advice, asking me questions. And then like my gym friends are like so excited for me, asking for progress updates sort of thing. And then I think that some of the gym friends are going to be at the actual marathon to cheer on some of the like, you know, members. And it was just really nice. Like I'm feeling, it's 2 weeks out. So I'm like, oh my God, like this is happening. Like this is, you know, 3 months of work finally coming down to the nitty gritty. So it's been really nice. It's been nice to know that like people have been following my journey in real life, and that, I don't know, I'm just feeling very encouraged and motivated. So that's the running update right now.
I have to tell you guys about the show that I'm watching because it's not at all exciting, but I'm like geeking out about it. So I watch true crime all the time. I don't know if I've mentioned that because it's not like I'm watching any show in particular. I'm just always consuming true crime. I grew up on Forensic Files and Deadly Women. Two celebrities that are in my like top tier of like, if I ever met them, I'd cry, are like Lieutenant Joe Kenda and Candace DeLong. But I'm always just consuming true crime, even on YouTube. And there's actually a time in my life where people on the internet were like, you need to stop consuming true crime. Like it's low vibrational, it's messing with your anxiety and your brain. And I was like, oh, interesting. And so then I stopped watching it for a little bit and it did nothing. I don't know. I like true crime. I enjoy Kendall Ray on here. Coffee House Crimes, another good one. A lot of AI channels are coming out on YouTube with true crime, which is annoying because I get bamboozled. But then at the same time, their scripts are so concise and to the point that like my little ADHD brain handles it. This is all not on the point. See, that was a prime example right there, guys. But one of the shows that I grew up with and I've seen like every episode of is Snapped. It was on like Oxygen and my family had cable. And so like that was my only true crime show. And I didn't love Snapped. It was like a little bit drawn out. It didn't need to be hour-long episodes, but you know, it did the job. It did the job. But I have Peacock. It's like one of the only paid subscriptions I have, and I just found this show and it's called #KillerPost, and it was just like a true crime show about social media and like crimes that happen over social media, and I was like, uh-oh, can never be too vigilant. I turn it on and it's just Snapped, but about social media cases. Listen to this.
When teenagers head off to college, staying in touch with loved ones back home can be tough. College freshman Alexander.
This is only exciting if you watch Snap. That is the same narrator as Snapped. That is Sharon Martin. I am learning right now in real time. Well, not real time. I actually have been watching this show for the past 2 days. But I'm learning this week that Sharon Martin, who I've been listening to for years, is an Asian woman. Hell yeah, queen, love to see it. So I have a new show that I'm gonna binge because it's a familiar format and I like the storytelling. I love, this is so embarrassing. I love the cheesy reenactments. I love shows with cheesy reenactments because I don't wanna be an actor. I'm not good at acting. My dream acting roles would be a Hallmark movie, like a cheesy Christmas rom-com Hallmark movie, or being in a reenactment for one of these awful true crime shows. I don't know, it's just a dream. Maybe if I become famous, I'll be a dead body someday, so stay tuned. So that's what Jacy's watching right now. #KillerPost. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. Am I gonna watch every episode? 1000%. Question, do you guys use electric toothbrushes? I'm a manual toothbrush girly myself, but my mom just gave me this electric toothbrush because she tried it with a different head, of course. We're not disgusting. And she didn't love it. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, yeah, I'll take a free electric toothbrush. These things are expensive. But then I remembered, I don't think I actually like these. I think I'm a hard brusher. I remember my dentist telling me that. They're like, you need to brush a little softer over here, Thor, with your muscles trying to break your teeth. And so I remember with these, you don't get to brush as hard because like the spinny thing does it for you. But let me know, are you guys manual or electric toothbrush people? I'm gonna test this out for a while. But fun new update, I got a new toothbrush. This is the stuff you guys signed up for. Ew, look, this toothbrush cord just gave me the heebie-jeebies, look. Oh, are you charging? Is there a light that's supposed to turn on? I guess that's it. All right, I'm done getting ready, but I have some exciting news. I had a very productive manic episode recently, and I completely optimized my apartment to be successful on social media. So what you're looking at right now is my new set. This is my new filming studio. So I'll show you like it from the macro perspective, but basically with my TikTok, since I'll be shooting vertical, I wanted my like face in front of a contrasting lighter color background, but then also with some visual interest. But what I did is I now have my table like at an angle, and I have just like a little set here because I barely use this table except for puzzles and when people came over, and I said, I need to stop wasting all my precious space, and so I made this my little filming setup. So I have all my tripods over here. I have like a quick grab for like any makeup and any quick touch-ups. You're on, look, it's us. This is what I put my phone on, but I can't show you because I also use it for this. Good stuff. And then I also completely optimized my living room. So I told you guys that I've been keeping my beanbag here so I could have my heater and that I'm closer to the TV. I love this so much because I go back and forth between my beanbag chair and my couch, and this has been working perfectly for me. And so this area has just been blank. And so I redid this corner. So this little church pew bench guy over here, it used to be back there. Again, just for guests, just extra seating for guests. I moved it over here because now it's at least pretty. I'm not sitting there, but you know, it's something. And then I have my scooter charging over here. So I scoot to work. I haven't been this whole past winter, but I'm gonna start scooting again. And before I would walk in and I'd walk it all the way over there and hide my scooter away so that nobody could see it. And then I'm like, why am I living in a space where I'm more concerned about when people come over? Why am I hiding my scooter? Why do I have a kitchen table if I'm never gonna use it? So I just really wanted to like, I don't know, make things a lot more functional and a lot more sense. And so I've been doing this now for like a couple of days, and I feel so much more productive. What's also exciting is that I'm launching a little TikTok series. It's basically my story times, but in a small format, and I'm gonna call them Tidbits. I love that word. I love little branded words. But I really wanna just kind of make my brand about storytelling. I've been very, I've been too scatterbrained on social media, and I've been going for like quantity over quality, and like, I recently had a video go viral for thrifting. I'll actually play it here. So that has been my most viral video ever now. I think it's over 50 million views on all platforms, easily my most viral video. But nobody's following me from that. Nobody goes, oh my gosh, I wanna see what other content you have. It resonated with people, but it did nothing for my own brand. And so it was kind of a wake up call that I need to focus on the content that I would be proud to make, but that I also wanna be known for. So that is why I'm starting this little tidbit series, but then also this is a little social media rant, if I may. So the hard part about these TikTok tidbits is that to get paid on TikTok, your videos need to be longer than a minute. And I'm like, cool, that's easy. For these story times, they were originally 20 minutes. Now I have to make them 1 minute long, no problem. So what I do is I have to film basically a 70-second video in order to get monetized on TikTok. But then I need to trim that down to 59 seconds in order to put it on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, which are two other platforms that I post videos on. So a little bit of strategery involved here, but I think I finally have hit my stride in terms of the kind of content I wanna make, how to optimize and get the most efficiency out of my filming, and hopefully start getting some income going because, I don't know, I've been feeling so good. I've been feeling so good lately. We are in March. I feel like I haven't had a depressed thought in months. I feel like I've been good. I've been really good, you guys, and I just wanna carry on with the waves. So this might not seem like anything. I also had to move my mirror over by like 6 inches, so there's a big ass hole up there you can't see, just so that this would frame me a little bit better. So I'm excited about it, and I thought you guys would be too, because I love you guys. I love you more than anybody. Don't tell my family. What this man said to me made me not date for an entire year. Here's a tidbit about the worst date I've ever been on. So I match with this guy on Bumble, we meet up for dinner, and he just shows all of his red flags right away. You know, he's rude to the waitress, he mansplains a Moscow Mule, he sends back his steak for being too well done. He was just vibe arsenic for a first date. I remember he also didn't ask me a single question, and then he didn't tip the waitress. Absolute deal breaker. So as we're heading out, I think he knows he's not getting a second date, so he throws his Hail Mary, and he says, hey, would you like to go hook up in the bathroom? And I was younger, not nearly as assertive, which I regret. And so I answered, no, I can't. I'm on my period. And then he turns to me and says, well, God made back door for a reason. What in the earth, wind, and fire did you just say to me, sir? Needless to say, I said no, walked away, and then didn't date for a whole year. The audacity of this man to ask me that when he was just trying to salvage something, get something out of a bad date, but golly. Luckily, you guys, I was not a people pleaser then, and I said no and walked away. I wish I was bold enough to slap him across the face. How dare he? But yeah, needless to say, there wasn't a second date, and I deleted all of the apps after that. A little marathon update that's non-running related. I'm gonna hop on a Zoom call right now with my marathon team. So as part of the half marathon training, it's a little different than the full marathon. I had to raise $700 for charity, but I'm part of like the team charity, like the charity team. I don't know, but there's a lot more logistics to it because we're running the half, because obviously it's the same course, but half the distance, but how do you still get from the start to the finish? I'm also concerned about like, I'm gonna be cold in the morning. Do I bring a sweatshirt? Like what if I need to bring keys to drive home? Also, there's also like a team, not bonding, but they're gonna have like snacks and drinks and photo booths before the race. So I need to know like how to get there, what time to get there. So we're gonna hop on our little team Zoom call while I make breakfast. I'm also hoping that they go over like how to leave the marathon, because if there's like tens of thousands of people running a marathon and they're all at the same spot trying to leave, should I go park my car there and drive home? Should I have more friends that should be taking me home? Also, what's tricky too is I have an Angel City game right after my marathon, and I'm going to it because it is the season home opener. Angel City is the women's soccer team that I have season tickets to. Big fan. I'm actually trying to become like a little Angel City influencer this year, so I'm actually gonna try. So you'll see me posting a lot about it. Maybe not in vlogs, but I have some questions on this Zoom.
Really can be overwhelming, especially in the marathon for 27,000 participants at Dodger Stadium. Anyway, so trying to find your way around.
20,000 participants at this marathon. Yeah, that's participants, not even their families.
The Team TMF wristband.
I'm dying. I just learned that you have to wear your bib, obviously, so we have to go pick up our bib the day before. But they said that they have bandit catchers on the course to like find people who don't have bibs and kick them off the course during the actual marathon, because again, 20,000+ people. I'm sure people don't want to register for the race. They just want to run the course and do a marathon. But they're like, we'll have bandit catchers on the courses to get people without bibs. The bibless bandits. So dramatic. That was a very helpful meeting. So they said that over 20,000+ are running the marathon, but only 1,100, so 1,100 are running the half marathon. So I guess I'm special. That was really helpful, but also like, I don't know, it feels real. Like it feels, oh, why am I getting emotional? I don't know, it reminds me that like, oh my God, it's a week away and I've been doing this for 3 months. Wow, it's all happening. So, I'm probably gonna cry all of race day. Stay tuned, I'm just gonna be bawling for 13 miles. Oh, that was another thing I learned. They said that the half marathon course is normally 13.1 for a half marathon, you know, half a marathon, but it's 13.7. That's like 2 extra laps around a track. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have to. But it's getting real, you guys. It's getting close, so. All right, final week here.
Okay, so right now we're headed to a very exciting event, and that is my friend ZACK's TV show premiere. So you've seen ZACK in several vlogs. Basically, he, Angelina, and I met on the set of a reality TV show. It was, oh God, It failed. It was very traumatic, but we all bonded. We were all like brothers in war because of it. And we all live in LA and we just became best friends ever since. So how exciting that we were on a TV show, like a reality show, trying to become reality TV stars. And now his show is airing. I didn't tell you guys much about it because I didn't know how much I was allowed to say, but the show is called The Valley and it is a Vanderpump Rules spinoff. And Zach's been in that universe for many, many years. I've been to a couple of events with him and so exciting that now he's finally getting his chance to be the star. So make sure to check it out. It's on Bravo and Peacock. Go look for Zach. He's gonna kill it. He's gonna crush it. But tonight we're gonna go for the premiere of it. So it's the very first one. So let's head there.
And what would you tell Zach a year ago?
You are getting emotional, Zach.
No, I'm just gonna say, Zach a year ago, just give up now.
No!
That shit was hard, but we're here.
But you got through it.
You know what, honestly, what's so crazy, right now I can't even cry, which normally I'm a crier, but I'm so happy I actually can't cry.
I love that. Yay. Like, can we group hug?
That's what I want right now.
Yay! We're so
Where's my
proud
group
of
hug?
you.
Everybody hug me.
Yay.